Give the call to the member for Lalor.
Thank you, Speaker. My question is to the Minister representing the Minister for Trade and Tourism. Last night, legislation to implement free trade agreements with India and the United Kingdom passed the Parliament. How will these free trade agreements benefit Australian businesses and workers and support the Albanese Labor government's trade diversification strategy?
Give the call to the Minister representing the Minister for Trade and Tourism.
Thank you, Mr Speaker, and I thank the member for Lalor for her question. Mr Speaker, the Albanese Labor government believes in free, fair and open trade. We know more trade means more export opportunities for Australian businesses and more high-paying jobs for Australian workers. 1 in 4 Australian jobs are related to trade, and jobs in export industries pay 5% more than jobs and across the national average income. That is why this government worked so hard over the last 6 months to successfully pass legislation to implement these fair trade agreements with India and the United Kingdom just last night. This is a triumph for Australian exporters and for Australia's trade diversification strategy. The Australia-India Economic Cooperation and Trade Agreement will deliver immediate benefits for Australia. Tariffs will be eliminated on 90% of Australian goods exported to India by value and significantly reduced on additional products such as wine. Our services exports from India, worth $5 billion in 2021, will benefit from improved predictability and access.
Will cease interjecting.
This trade agreement presents incredible opportunities for Australian businesses to reach 1.4 billion consumers in the world's fastest-growing economy, with a GDP of 4.3 trillion Australian dollars, and that's especially in my portfolio of resources. And indeed, I met with my Indian counterpart, Minister Joshi, earlier this year to strengthen cooperation on the development of critical mineral projects and supply chains, even in my electorate in Kwinana. The UK-Australia Free Trade Agreement will deepen our already strong economic relationships with the UK, offering even more opportunities for our businesses to diversify our markets. It will cut tariffs on over 99% of Australian goods exports to the UK.
Or we'll leave the
These agreements mean more Aussie exports and more jobs in agriculture, in wine, in mining and critical minerals, education services, tourism, healthcare, renewable energy exports and technology. I want to acknowledge the efforts of former Ministers for Trade, Senator Birmingham and the member for Wannon. The commencement of negotiations for free trade agreements go over many years, different terms of government and withstand changes in government. The Indian Free Trade Agreement was commenced under Labor's Julia Gillard as Prime Minister, and it is Labor's Trade Minister, Senator Don Farrell, and the Albanese Labor government that has delivered the legislation for the India Agreement and the UK Free Trade Agreement. Labor, we help you get IHEPA through this parliament, don't you forget that either. And we started negotiations for that as well. That was also started under Prime Minister Gillard. So you need to know, and the people of Australia need to know, Labor supports free trade agreements. We always have and we always will.